What is up, awesome people? And welcome back to some more player versus player action on Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Alrighty, so we've done a bit of card openings, and I've got a bit of a wins to do a little bit of player versus player action at the moment with one of my brand new decks. So I wasn't actually expecting to have a brand new deck ready by this stage. I actually was using my water deck again. I think it was my water deck just to show it off one more time and then do another deck, but I'm actually to the stage where I actually want to jump straight into using this new deck and see if it actually works. I have done a few NPC battles with it. The first time round I thought it was ready to go. I went into a player versus player match to show you guys how I go about building a deck and just showing the flaws of it, then going through and modify it. The match was actually really bad to the stage where the person just timed themselves out, so I didn't end up uploading it. But I have modified it since then, found out what was wrong with it, found the flaws to it, and I have corrected them. So now I feel really happy with the deck, and I'm quite happy to show it off officially in a proper player versus player match. Given they don't time themselves out, that would be really annoying. But yeah, we're going to standard, and it is my Altaria and Garchomp deck. This is a Dragon deck, so I did say somewhere in my card opening series that I would probably do Dragon deck last because I wasn't quite too sure how to overcome the dual typing that Dragon comes with. As a lot of players would know who actually are familiar with the trading card game, Dragon is always a dual typing deck. That was the whole niche to it when it came out, was to give that extra difficulty to the game for a particular type. And Dragon has proven to be the most hardest deck to use. I will admit this was the hardest deck build that I have done to date. I will admit water was a little bit hard because I couldn't exactly get around the whole issue I was having there, which mostly was not enough energy to Pokemon on that, which tends to be the most difficult challenge that most players have, is the balance between Pokemon and energy, and then your support cards as well. It's figuring out what particular number you need for your Pokemon trainer and energy cards, which tends to be an issue with me as well, but I've now gotten to that stage where I've just built enough decks and played enough games to know kind of how much I need. It's just through trial and error of NPC matches that I figure out exactly how many I need. There's also the conflict of knowing which support cards to bring with you. I tend to have that conflict between Pokeball, Level Ball, and Heavy Ball. It's whether I want to risk it or just go straight for a card that can bring a card straight from my deck into my hand. Usually I can go for like the chance of it getting a heads and bringing out a Pokemon, but usually if you flip a tails, it can mean the difference between winning a match and losing a match. So that's another conflict a lot of players have as well. But yeah, I think it's better off showing how this deck works rather than just ranting about it. So let's go looking for our opponent. So this is pretty late in the afternoon. There's usually not a lot of people on, unfortunately. So I shall catch you guys when I find an opponent. So see you guys then. Alright, so that actually wasn't much of a wait. This person has a double colorless deck. By what I saw, I've got the advantage. He flipped the coin and called tails, so yes, I will go first. I tend to rely on going first. Oh sweet, I actually have a basic. So, alrighty, so it's just waiting for the opponent to choose. So he's got a basic down. And does he have any bench Pokemon? Yes, he does. Alrighty, so I have a Level Ball, which is fantastic, so I'm going to use that straight away and bring out a Gabite. I could have gone straight for my Swablu, but that's A-okay with me. Alright, so I'm going to play Sharon from there. I didn't actually realise I could play him. Alright, so I get a Swablu, which is awesome. Play Rocket Helmet from my hand onto my active Gibble. And from there, that is all she wrote for this turn. So my opponent has a active Patrat on the field and a bench Phoebus on the field. Plays a benched Oshawott from his hand and plays a Water Energy onto his Patrat. He can go straight for Collect, which allows him to draw one card from his deck and put that into his hand. So it's kind of like how my Victini worked in my Fire deck. And sweet, so I'm allowed to bring my Gabite and evolve my active Gibble. So once that happens, this is where it all starts snowballing and things start to get real. It's absolutely amazing when this actually does work. So I'm going to play my ability Dragon Call. I did explain how this worked in my card openings when I was doing Dragons Exalted, which was quite recently. So what it allows me to do is I'm just going to have a look at my playmat. I've got Swablu on the field, so I could probably go straight for... I could go straight for Altaria, raising my attack. That is one option. I'm just trying to think what I want to do. I actually want to build up my bench because it is a little bit lackluster, plus I can get my cards out pretty quickly. So from there, what do I want to do? I don't want to evolve it into Garchomp just yet, plus I'm pretty confident I can get Garchomp out pretty quickly. So I'm going to actually go straight for the Caitlyn card, which allows me to shuffle X amount of cards into my deck and then draw X amount of cards depending on how many I shuffled into my deck. So I'm going to discard, shuffle 5 into my deck. I get a Gabite, which is awesome. I also get a Blend Energy, which I'm going to put onto my active Gabite. It is going to act as either Electric, Water, Fighting, or Steel card. So I need Water and Fighting Energy to be able to perform Dragon Slice, so that's A-okay with me. I'm then going to follow it up with Random Receiver and get a Shauna from my deck and shuffle the rest into my deck. And from there I cannot play anything because I need one more energy card. So yeah, there's not really much I can do. I need another energy card on Gabite to be able to do anything. But that's right, and if he does attack, he's going to deal 20 damage to himself thanks to Rocky Helmet. He's going to play Town Map and reveal all his prize cards. That sort of gives him the advantage because he now knows which ones to collect if he takes out a Pokemon. That's if he takes out a Pokemon. From there, he's going to evolve his active Patrat into Watchog, so he can go for Hypnoblast and allow him to put my Gabite to sleep. That's alright because I can evolve my Gabite into Garchomp. He's going to deal 20 to himself. I am going to flip a Tails, but that's right, when you evolve a Pokemon, your special conditions are removed. So from now I'm going to play Sharon from my hand. Oh sweet, I get a Blend Energy, which is awesome. So I'm going to play Rocky Helmet from my hand onto a Bench Gibble. I am then going to play my last Blend Energy onto Gabite. From there I'm going to activate Dragon Call on Gabite, which allows me to search for another Pokemon. I'm going to play Altaria from my deck to my hand. Evolve my bench Swablu into Altaria. Its ability will kick in, which allows it to raise on my Dragon-type Pokemon by an extra 20 attack. I am going to evolve my bench Gibble into Gabite, which will allow me to do the same thing, activate Dragon Call on the same turn as the evolution, allow me to search for another Dragon-type from my deck and put it into my hand. From there I shall call another Gibble from my deck, put that into my hand, put that onto my bench, and you kind of see where this is going. From there I'm going to play the cool-looking Garchomp, evolve my Gabite into Garchomp, and I can straight away off the bat use its move. I can get rid of a energy card on it, or go straight for the Dragon Blade, discarding 2 cards from my deck. It's got 90 damage, I shall be dealing 80 damage, it's already got 2 damage done on it, so I'm going straight for the Mat Cut and take out the Watchog. So sweet, we've got things snowballing, and this is what happens with this deck. Everything just snowballs and I just got Rock Guard. Wow. Yes, I did sneak a Rock Guard into this deck. Alrighty, so he's going to play Phoebus from his bench as he's active to replace the knocked out Watchog. Plays a Water Energy to his active Phoebus, and he allows him to go for Add a Dish, so flip 2 coins, and for each head he's allowed to draw a card. So what else is he going to play? Even if he does play an end card, I'm not too fussed at all. I'm really just going to ultimately shuffle my deck anyways. So he's going to flip 2 coins, 1 head, 1 tail, so allows him to draw 1 card from his deck, put that into his hand. And from there, I do get another Gabite, so that's sweet. I don't have to use Dragon Call there, so I'm allowed to now use Dragon Call again and call out another dragon from my deck. And I have no Gibble, unfortunately. I have no Swablu either, so I am just going to force my shiny Garchomp out. So I am going to evolve my bench Gabite into my Garchomp, even with 1... Sorry, I thought I had... I don't. I thought I had Blend Energy on it. Okay, take that back. Has it got Rocky Helmet? I think it does have Rocky Helmet on it, so I'm just going to put Rock Guard on my second Gabite. Use Shauna there to shuffle my cards back into my deck, draw 5 cards. Unfortunately, no Swablu. I cannot use Dragon Call because there's nothing really I want for my deck. 30 damage, so I'm just going to go straight for the Mat Cut here, take out that Phoebus, so that goes down. And there's not really much that this guy can do. It's Blend Energy there from the prize pool, which is awesome. I can now put that on either my Garchomp or my Gabite. Doesn't really matter who gets it. He's going to place down a Phoebus and a Bunnery onto his bench, play Water Energy onto his Oshawott, go for the Rain Splash there, dealing 10 damage to my Garchomp, dealing 20 damage to itself thanks to Rocky Helmet. From there I shall put a blend energy there onto my Gabite, evolve that into Garchomp as well. So really now I have 3 stage 2 Pokemon on my side of the field, and there's not really much this guy can do now, except kind of just wait for me to end the game on him. So I'm going to use Shauna to draw another 5 cards from my deck, and well, I'm going to put that onto my Altaria, doesn't really matter. So from there, let's go for Matt Cart, take out the Oshawott as well, so that goes down. And draw another prize card, which is a random receiver. I have 26 cards left in my deck, he has 41. I can kind of see this ending in concede. There's not really much he can do. He has fallen behind quite far. No energy cards at the moment. Absolutely nothing. He does not have an energy card in his hand either. So really this is nothing more but GG. Alright, so I have nothing on that Garchomp. I have 1 water energy apparently on Garchomp thanks to blend energy, so I'm going to play fighting energy onto my Garchomp, allowing it to have Dragon Blade ready to go when that comes onto the field. I have Dragon Blade on that one. I have nothing on this Garchomp, that's alright, I can set something up. I can either play my Caitlyn card, shuffle everything back into my deck. I might just play random receiver, see what I get. I get another Caitlyn card, and then play Shauna from there just to shorten my hand again to shuffle another 5 cards. So I get a potion, another random receiver, which I shall play. I get Sharon, which is awesome. Cannot play because I've already used the supporter this turn. I'm going to use Matt Cart to finish off this Phoebus. And with that I draw another prize card, which is Silent. I still yet to see my last Gibble. So he's going to play a Bunnery from his bench to replace his active. He's got his Oshawott left, no energy cards to be seen. So he needs an energy card to be able to play Pound, which will deal 10 damage. He plays a Rescue Scarf on his Oshawott, which will prevent it from going to the Scar pile, just instead go straight back to his deck. And with that, it's my turn, so still no energy cards to be seen. Going to play Sharon from here, draw an extra 3 cards. I get nothing. No, not really nothing, but nothing I can really play. And with that, I go straight for the Matt card again, take out the Bunnery, so that goes down. I grab a prize, which is Sharon, and of course the last prize is of course a Gibble. One that I need. So with that, it's his turn. He's got his Oshawott, and with that, it is now officially GG. I'm going to go straight for the Matt Cart and finish off that Oshawott. And because of Rescue Scarf, it goes back to the hand, sorry, not the deck. So that's it, folks. That's GG and it's game. So sweet, that was actually a pretty fun game, and everything worked out according to plan, which was exactly how this deck works. It's very scary if it's pulled off properly. Plenty of support there with Dragon Call, getting cards out quickly, and that's the best thing about this deck, is just how fast you can get Pokemon onto your bench and evolved. I think by turn 5, if I get a good draw at the start, I can have my whole bench full with just stage 2s and stage 1s. It's really scary, plus the Altaria support with, I think it's Dragon Song or something. It allows to boost up all Dragon Pokemon by an extra 20 for their attacks. So Matt Cart boost up to 80, it can go up to 100 because I've got a second Altaria in my deck, and Dragon Blade will be dealing 140 damage instead, with the extra effect of discarding 2 cards from the top of my deck, which it doesn't really matter to me because I've got cards to bring back from my discard pile, given that they're Pokemon or energy cards, so if that's the case, that doesn't really bother me. Support cards I'm not too fussed about. There is quite a lot of support cards in this deck, which is brilliant. Alrighty, so I don't want to drag this out any much longer, so I'll have to save the analysis for a bit of a shorter match, which is, sorry guys, I know you like seeing the analysis for decks straight away, but I don't want to drag this video out. So anyways, that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. Hope you guys also enjoyed the new deck. I shall be using it for a little bit longer. I'm going to do a few more battles today with this deck, then switch to card openings again. Until I figure out another deck that I want to use. I may use the water deck again if I'm still in that player versus player move. And as I said, if not, I'll just go back to card openings. So until next episode, this is Lady Crimson saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!